AnyGen, from generate to co-create. So if you do any kind of creative work, you probably used AI to kickstart things, generate some ideas, maybe get a first draft going, and it's a total game changer, right? But what about what comes next after you hit that generate button? Yeah, for a lot of us, that's where the real headache begins. You get this amazing first draft in just a few seconds, and you feel like you are 90% of the way there. But that last 10%, that is where all the real work is and all the frustration. This quote just captures it perfectly. Polishing what the AI gives you, it can be an absolute nightmare. And this huge disconnect is what we are going to call the AI polishing problem. It's that giant gap between the incredible promise of that first burst of creativity from the AI and the tough reality of actually turning it into something finished and good. I mean, this contrast really says it all. On one side, AI generation feels so easy. It's effortless. You get a fast first draft, a great place to start. But then you get to the polishing, and it just feels like you've lost all control. You try to change just one little word, and suddenly the AI rewrites the entire paragraph. You end up having to copy and paste it into another tool just to get the job done. And this frustration really points to a bigger issue. Maybe the problem isn't the AI itself, but the tools we are using to work with it. What if we move past just a simple generate button? What if we had a workspace that was designed for the entire process? And that's exactly the idea behind an AI workspace. This is way more than just a chatbot or simple generator. Think of it like a single unified place where you can draft, you can edit, you can collaborate, and the AI is right there with you as a partner, not just a button you press on once. And the whole philosophy behind this is actually really simple. The goal isn't to have the AI do more work, it's to put you, the human user, firmly back in the driver's seat. Okay, so what does taking back control actually look like? In practice, how does a different kind of workflow really change how it feels to edit and finalize something you started with AI? Well, for starters, it means you can edit word by word, sentence by sentence, just like in any normal document. The AI isn't constantly jumping in, trying to fix your changes behind your back. It feels way less like wrestling with a machine and a lot more like a workflow you're actually used to. And just as important, you can bring your team right into that same space to collaborate. See, this is the crucial shift. By giving that control back to you, a real AI workspace is what finally turns those massive but promising AI drafts into polished, finished work that you can actually be proud of. But the idea here goes way beyond just writing a document. The real power comes when you have a single unified space for your entire creativity project. Like, what if you need to turn that report into a presentation? For instance, imagine this: once your document is ready, you could just instantly convert it into a presentation deck right there in the same tool. No exporting, no reformatting. Then you can use those same familiar editing tools to perfect every single slide. The benefits here are just so obvious. Think about all the time you save. No more massive exports that completely break all your formatting. No more juggling three different pieces of software. It's just a smooth, seamless path from a raw idea all the way to the final output all in one spot. And what this all leads to is a pretty fundamental shift in how we think about our relationship with these AI tools. It's a move away from just generating content and toward perfecting it. These two models are just worlds apart. The old generic model puts the AI in the lead, and it leaves the human to come in after and clean up the mess. But in this new co-create model, the human is in charge. The AI becomes a real assistant, and the focus completely shifts from that rough first draft to the final polished work. And this quote, it just says it all. The end goal isn't just to have something generated by AI. The real goal is to create great work that is perfected with AI. It's such a small change in wording, but it's a massive change in mindset. So this all leads us to one last really important question. As we move beyond simple generation, is this model of co-creation, where the human stays in control and the AI acts as a true partner, is that the future of all AI-assisted work?